Welcome back to part 2 of the video where we're going to design our dining room table on Onshape. In our first video we took all our measurements, wrote them down on a piece of paper. In this video we're going to put all those measurements into the CAD software so that we can assemble all our parts together. We're going to create our parts in our Parts Studio and then we're going to assemble the table in Assembly 1. So let's start with, I think, probably the more complex part on the table, and that's the leg. It's not very complex compared to some things that you can make, but as far as the table goes, there's lots of some very basic shapes, so this is probably the more complex of the few. Let's start by drawing on the front face, and I'm going to arrange that so I'm looking on the front, just on the front view of that face. I'm going to need to take my rectangle tool and need to draw a rectangle out, the same as my measurements, 730 long and 75mm wide. Okay, there's my rectangle. Now it wasn't a true rectangle. It had, as you remember from the first video, it was narrower at the bottom. Now at the bottom it didn't actually start the taper from the very top edge cutting in a little bit. It actually came down about 110mm before it started cutting in. So I'm going to get a line here and I'm going to go from the top edge down 110mm just straight down so I can create this point. From that point there is where the taper is going to start. So from there down to this bottom edge, I'm going to click on that bottom edge. I'm just going to hit escape now so I don't keep drawing lines. Okay, that's where the taper is going to go. Now, I haven't got a measurement down the bottom here yet, so I need to go to my dimension tool and I need to measure from this point to this point. We want it to be 60mm. Now you could alternatively measure the bit that we're cutting off, which would be 15mm, but it doesn't really matter at this stage as long as you've got that shape. Now this section, as I mentioned earlier, about 110mm from the top, it's actually just still 75mm. From here down to here, it's still 75mm wide, and that's because there's a flat area for the rail to glue up against so that you do get a square edge on that rail to leg join. Okay, that's our shape. I'm going to hit the tick. Alright, we need to extrude that 2D drawing into the third dimension now. So we're going to hit extrude and I'm going to click on the leg, and I don't want to extrude it 25mm, I want to extrude it 75mm. So I'll hit the tick. Okay, so that's created our leg. It's got a taper on one side, but if you remember from the first video, it actually tapers on the two inside faces. So I'm going to need to taper this edge as well. The way I'm going to do that is I'm actually going to turn it around and look at it from this end. So I'm going to draw a sketch on the back face here. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing as we just did, coming down 110mm. That's that flat section. And then coming in, joining the bottom edge there, hitting escape, and then making sure the measurement from this corner to this edge is not 46 but 60. Okay, and then I hit tick. Alright, now to remove that little section out, I'm just going to go extrude again, but I'm going to change extrude to a remove. And then we're going to change the blind to a through all so that it goes through the whole shape. So we're going to through all that piece there. And we've got now a leg that has two sides tapered and two sides that are straight. Alright, I need to design the mortise hole now on my leg. Okay, so I'm going to need to cut that hole. It might be helpful to draw a sketch of this first, but I'm not going to bother with mine. I'm just going to make a rectangular shaped tenon. So I need to do a sketch on this edge of my tenon, drawing a rectangle. I'm going to make my rectangle, it's going to be 70mm wide, and it's going to be 12mm thick. Okay, and from the top edge, I'm going to measure from my top edge of my leg to the top edge of the hole. I want that to be 10mm. And then from the outside edge of my leg and to the outside edge of my hole, I want that to be, I want it to be 14mm. Sorry, I want it to be 24mm. Okay, 24mm from there. Okay, good. Hit the tick. Now I want to actually extrude that, or rather remove that section because it is a hole. So I want to go here to extrude. I set it as a remove, a blind remove. It's not going all the way through. It's only going it's only going part of the way. So we're going to go 25mm in there, just like so. Now I need to do the same on this side. So we're sketching another hole, exact same shape on this side here. So I'm going to cut a rectangle that is 12mm wide and 70mm long. And then now look, from here to here is actually sitting over, so I need to grab that line and move it down. Okay, now from there, I'm going to go measure from here to here, 10mm. Okay, and from here to here, just like before, it's going to be 24. Okay, I'm going to hit the tick, then I'm going to remove that section, extrude, remove, and it's a 25mm blind hole. Click the tick. Okay, now I've got my mortise holes in my leg. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and start with my rail. So I need to start a new sketch again, and again I'm going to turn this around so I'm seeing the front face. I want to sketch on that front face again, but I don't want it to intersect with this leg at the moment. I want to have two separate parts. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a rail. I'm going to draw it. It's actually going to be in line with the top of the leg there, but it doesn't really matter if it's not. And from my measurements that I've got on my piece of paper here, I'm going to do my short rails first. They should be 790 long, and they should be 90mm wide. Okay, hit the tick. Then I'm going to extrude them into the third dimension, making them 20mm thick. Tick. And there is my rail. Now my rail doesn't have a tenon on it yet, so I need to sketch on the end of my rail. I want to have the tenon. And the tenon is going to be the same size as the hole that I did just before. So using that rectangle shape again, actually this time I'm going to go the center point rectangle. I'm going to find the center of this end. And I'm going to do that by highlighting the edge, finding the middle of that edge with that box around it, and then drawing straight down and doing the same on this edge. And you'll notice that when I find the middle of it there, those two points line up. Okay, so we're going to, again, making it 70 by 12 is the size of the tenon that I decided earlier. Okay, I'm going to hit tick. We're going to do an extrude. This time it's an add extrude, and we're going to add it to there. And you'll see now I have a tenon on the end. Alright, I need to do one on the other side here. Now at the moment my leg is kind of in the way. I can't quite see this end without the leg covering it. So what I'm going to do, you'll notice the list of parts down here is just on the left hand side of the screen. I can actually rename these parts. So part 1 is actually my leg. Rename it. And part 2 is my short rail. Okay. Now what I can actually do is I can see this little eye shape. I can actually click on that eye, and it makes it hide the leg so that I can actually look through the leg and work on the end of the rail without the leg in the way. And that's what I want to do. So I want to sketch on the end of this leg now and do the same as before. Find that middle point by finding the middle of this edge, the middle of this edge, where they intersect, drawing that out, and it needs to be 12 by 70. Okay, hit the tick. Now I want to hit extrude as an add, and I'm going to make it 25mm, which it defaults to, and there we go, there's our rail. So that rail can now slot into the leg when I go to the assembly. Alright, I'm going to fast forward now and draw up the other parts, but in the video I'm not going to show you step by step how to do that. That's pretty much the same as what I've just done there, only the rail, I haven't done the long rails yet. You only need to do one of the legs. Now that I've got one, they're all the same. And we need to draw a top as well as that middle rail that I talked about in the first video. So I'm going to fast forward the video now. You'll watch me make it, but I'm not going to explain these through parts just because they are pretty much doing the same thing as what I've just done here. Gone into my assembly now, and I've gone and inserted all those parts. So I should be seeing one top, 2 long rails, 2 short rails, 4 legs, and 1 middle rail. Okay, I'm not going to draw my corner blocks for now just because they're not really that important to the job, but if you want to do yours later you can. But right now I'm going to put all together the really important parts of my job. And I only drew one of them. You should notice in Part Studio I've only drawn one leg, one short rail, one long rail, one middle rail and one top. But in the assembly I've just added as many rails. Because they're identical, I've just added the same rail twice. Okay, so now I'm going to put my parts together. Let's start with my leg over here. I'm going to move it away from my work area so that I can have a bit of space to work with it. Okay, so we need to slot one of these rails in there. So I'm going to need to, let's grab one of these rails and move it over as well. I'm going to grab a fasten mate and we're going to fasten, I'll arrange my view around. We're going to fasten this this tenon into the mortise on this side of the leg here. Okay, get a good view of that. There we go, into that mortise there. So quick tick in there. Does it look right? Not quite. It looks like I've clicked the outside of the hole, so just move that out of the way. Let me try that again. The inside of the hole this time. Try that. That's better. So now it's sitting inside that hole. The mortise is fitting into the tenon. Okay, and I hit the tick. All right, I'm happy, and I've got that groove in my rail on the inside edge. Okay, now I need to insert my long rail into the other side. So let's go ahead and mate this long rail. I believe that's a long rail. Yes, it's a long rail. The very center, if I can find it, very center of that tenon, right on the end, slots into the very hole inside there. Oh, it's turned the wrong way. Need to turn it around like so, and there it is, slotted in. So I hit the tick. All right, we're going to continue in this fashion. Again, I'm going to fast forward the video so I don't have to explain the whole lot, but it's going to continue this way, slotting the mortises into the tenons, onto the tenons, and then attaching our mid rail and our top as well. Okay. Okay, I'm just about to slot the top on now as the final part of my my table, but I need to offset this one. It doesn't match up perfectly with the corner. You can kind of see from the top, we don't want that leg right in the corner there. We actually want it to move so that it's further around here and there's an overhang around the table. Now I went and measured my table to see what the overhang was, and I'm going to click offset here. We're going to bring the x-axis down 50 mil, and we're going to bring, I'm going to bring it other direction, minus 50 mil, and we're going to bring the y-axis across 25 mil. Okay, so now it's sort of sitting now down from the end, like that. And if I get a good look from underneath, you can see it looks pretty even now. Okay, so there is my table all constructed. You can see all the rails are grey, all the legs are light blue, the tabletop is dark blue, and that is pretty much my design completed. Alright, hopefully you guys have just as much success with your design. Remember, your design will look different to mine, but if you want to, you can use the same measurements that I had in the first video for your design. If you've got a table that has turned legs, I suggest you just pretend that they're square legs instead, because turned legs are a little bit trickier than design on Onshape. It's possible to do, but if you're not really very savvy with the program, you might find it a little difficult. Alright, that's all from me. Hopefully you guys have just as much luck with your design. See you later.